So in this tutorial, I'm going to talk about how to push the commit that you make in the central repository, which tracks the commit of your submodule. Okay, so before we push the commit of our central repository, we have to make sure that the commit in our submodule is being pushed properly, right? So let's say we have a central repository over here, okay? And then in my central repository, we have a submodule, which is called library1. So let's say we have made a commit in the submodule library1, but we did not push the commit of the submodule library1 to the remote repository. But after that, in the central repository, we make a commit which tracks the commit of the library1, which does not exist in the remote repository. Once we make the commit in the central repository and we push it to the remote repository, right? So in the remote repository central, it has a submodule right now which tracks the particular commit that does not available in the remote repository because you did not push to the library1. Okay, and then so let's say when someone who clones the central repository into their local, and then they have this particular submodule, okay, and then in that submodule it points towards a commit which does not have in the remote repository because it's only available in your local. All right, so when he tries to check out that particular commit, it will fail. Okay, so this is a situation that we want to avoid. So in order to avoid this kind of situation, right now we have actually two commands that will make sure this kind of scenario does not happen. Okay, so this is the first one with the option check, and this is the second one with the option on demand. So I'm going to show you this command with some examples. So right now in my central repository, okay, I've cloned it from my GitHub, and this central repository has a submodule which is called library1 and is pointing towards this particular commit ID. So which is the initial commit, this one, okay, 3613, and it's pointing towards a 3613. Okay, so right now I'm going to change to the directory library1. So in my directory library1, let's do git log. Okay, this is the only commit right now. So right now I'm going to make some changes. 1. After that, I'm going to edit and then proceed with the commit 1. So if you do git log right now, okay, we have a commit this one 1. Okay, so right now let's say I don't want to push it to the remote repository, and then when I go to central repository, if I do git diff, you see that right now I have some changes in my submodule library1, and it has a new commit 1 which we have made just now. Okay, and do git status, I'm going to commit this one, git commit -m lib1 with 1. Okay, so right now we have a new commit and we want to push this particular commit to the central repository. Okay, but in our library1, this particular commit is not actually pushed. Okay, so this is the problem. But let's say you are in a situation that you thought that the commit 1 in the submodule library1 is already pushed and you want to push this commit. Okay, so in this kind of situation, you can actually use this command. So this command will actually check whether the commit in your submodule is actually available in the remote repository, okay, before it tries to push the commit of your central repository. So let's say if the commit of your submodule is not being pushed, and this command, it will not allow the commit of your central repository to push. Okay, you just make the push to be simply fail. So let's try it out, paste it. Okay, so it says that the following submodule path, it contains changes that is not found in the library1. Okay, this is because just now you have made a commit in your library1 and you did not push it to the remote repository. So that's why when you try to push the commit in your central repository that tracks the commit in the submodule, it does not allow you to push. Okay, so the good thing about using this one is that you check whether it's being pushed properly before it pushed the commit of your central repository. Okay, so another option is to use the git push recurse submodule with the option on demand. So this one, it will help you to push the commit of your submodule. Okay, instead of making the whole push fail, you push the commit of your submodule to the remote repository first. After that, you proceed to push the commit that you make in the central repository. Okay, so let us try with this command. So right now you can see that using this on demand option, it will push the submodule library1 And after that, you push the commit that you make in the central repository, okay? So let's go to the library one. So you can see that the commit that you have made just now in the library one is being pushed, one, and also in your central repository, right now, it's tracking another commit. So it's tracking this particular commit message. Okay, when you make a commit in the central repository, you can use these two commands to push instead of using the usual way to push like git push origin master. So using the git push origin master, you will directly push without checking the commit that you make in the submodule is actually available in the remote repository or not. So this is a disadvantage of using a git push origin master with submodule. Okay.